Mesdames, Messieurs, c'est un grand plaisir pour moi de vous entendre en français aujourd'hui. C'est un grand honneur de vous adresser tous dans l'Assemblée municipale de Bujanovac.
I speak that much French, but not.
I said in English.
Dame i gospodo, veliko mi je zadovoljstvo da vas pozdravim ovde u Skupštini Bujanovca.
Je voudrais vous remercier pour votre très chaleureux. I would like to thank you very much for a very warm welcome here today. I would like to thank also the mayor for having me offered this opportunity to talk to you this afternoon.
Ja vam najljepše zahvaljujem na toploj dobrodošlici danas, kao i gradonačelniku što me je danas dočekao i pozdravio.
For me, it's always very important to meet with the local leadership because you are at the heart of democracy. You are in direct contact with the citizens, and you are the ones on deciding on the living conditions of your citizens.
Za mene je uvek jako važno da se susretnem sa lokalnim rukovodstvom. Vi ste u srcu demokratije, kontaktirate sa građanima i radite na njegovu dobrobit.
And I'm very happy to be here today because I think we are at a very decisive moment for the European Union, for Serbia and for Bujanovac.
Jako sam srećan što sam danas ovde, jer mislim da smo sada u jednom trenutku koji je odlučujući i za Evropsku uniju, i za Srbiju, i za Bujanovac.
As we all know, there is no future if there is no stability, if there is no prosperity, and if there is no understanding between people and citizens.
Kao što vrlo dobro znamo, nema budućnosti bez stabilnosti, bez napretka i bez međusobnog razumevanja između građana.
This is the values that you were referring to just a minute ago when you indicated the 60 years of work that brought the Nobel Prize to the European Union.
I to su vrednosti na koje ste se vi osvrnuli u svom govoru kada ste pomenuli 60 godina rada za koje je Evropska unija nagrađena Nobelom.
Step by step, we have been moving from 6 countries today to 27 countries, and tomorrow, when Croatia joins the European Union, to 28 countries.
I tako smo se korak po korak kretali od jedne zajednice od 6 zemalja do 27, a dogodine i 28 kada nam se pridruži Hrvatska.
And the message I want to bring here today is to say we will not stop here and we will continue on this path.
I poruka koju želim da vam prenesem danas je da se tu nećemo zaustavljati i da nastavljamo tim putem.
Just a few days ago, actually 2 weeks ago, I presented the European enlargement package and the progress report for Serbia.
I samo pre 2 nedelje sam predao paket evropskog proširenja i Srbiju sam tu uključio.
This package is a very important one because it sets the objectives that we share. We want to continue with the negotiations with Montenegro today. We want to propose for Albania to receive candidate status. We want to start a stabilization association agreement discussions with Kosovo, and of course we want to start an open negotiations with Serbia very soon.
Ovaj paket je izuzetno važan jer svedoči o ciljevima koje delimo. Želimo da nastavimo pregovore sa Crnom Gorom, da damo Albaniji status kandidata, da započnemo pregovore o stabilizaciji i pridruživanju sa Kosovom i naravno da nastavimo pregovore sa Srbijom.
And looking at the recent days' events, looking at the meetings that took place in Brussels, under the auspices of Mrs. Ashton, together with Mr. Dačić and Mr. Tači, I think we are on the right track.
I ako se osvrnemo na nedavne događaje, na sastanke u Briselu, održane između Lady Ashton, gospodina Tačija i Dačića, mislim da smo na pravom putu.
The dialogue has already been a positive step forward. We have achieved a number of maybe small steps, but important steps in freedom of goods, freedom of people, in diplomas, recognition of diplomas. These are all small steps which will help to build a solid ground.
Dijalog je naravno pozitivan korak napred, još je tu niz manjih koraka, sloboda kretanja robe, ljudi, priznavanja diploma, sve su tu korici koji nas vode napred.
So we see that we have a common objective of bringing Serbia, bringing all its municipality, bringing Bujanovac into the European Union. We have a clear objective and we know how to get there.
Tako da imamo zajedničke ciljeve da Srbija zajedno sa svim svojim opštinama pa i Bujanovcem da se pridruži i približi Evropskoj uniji i nadam se da ćemo do tog cilja i stići.
So while we have decisive momentum between Serbia and the European Union, we have also to do our homework.
Naravno, Srbija radi svoje na putu ka Evropskoj uniji, ali i mi sa svoje strane moramo da uradimo domaći zadatak.
And in this respect, I'm very happy to be here today to see a number of our EU projects becoming reality.
Jako mi je drago što sam ovde danas da vidim više evropskih projekata koji su postali realnost.
We have the EU exchange progress on the geographical information system, as well as all of our EU progress projects which we have been stimulating.
Tu imamo projekte EU razmene, uvođenje GI sistema i sve ostale EU progresove projekte.
And that makes, I think, Bujanovac a very European city.
Što Bujanovac, mislim, čini jednim evropskim gradom.
But we have to continue. We have to do more.
Ali moramo nastaviti i činiti još više.
On the side of the international community, on the side of the European Union, I can assure you of our commitments, and we are in these days discussing the second generation of our EU progress program.
Što se tiče međunarodne zajednice Evropske unije, ja vas uveravam da smo odani na ovom putu i počinjemo diskusiju o drugoj generaciji EU progresovih programa.
And with my colleagues from the international community, the Americans, the Swiss, the Norwegians, the Turks, Albanian ambassador, we are, as you know, grouped into a group which is called the Friends of the South of Serbia.
Kao što znate, sa svojim kolegama iz međunarodnih zajednica, iz različitih zemalja, Švajcarske, Turske, Albanije, formirali smo grupu Prijatelji Juga Srbije.
And we want to, all of us, to continue to support the development of this region.
I svi smo odani nastavku pružanju podrške razvoju ovog regiona.
We've done already a number of things on the side of the European Union. It's, I think, more than 120 million euros which have been invested in the region over the last 10 years.
U proteklih 10 godina negde oko 120 miliona eura je uloženo u razvoj ovog regiona.
Coming here, I could see the signs of this rapid employment program. I could see the sign of the MIR project, the PRO project from the past, the electrification lines as well, which have been all promoted and financed by the European Union.
I dolazeći ovamo, video sam prosto dokaze tih već obavljenih projekata, pružanja podrške zapošljavanju, elektrifikaciji i ostali projekata koji su ovde već finalizirani.
But if you want the EU projects to succeed, if we want to stimulate development in this city, in this region, we need more.
Ali ukoliko želimo da evropski projekti budu uspešni, da stimulišemo razvoj ovog regiona, potrebno nam je još više.
What more do we need? First of all, we need a clear commitment and clear willingness on the side of the national authorities.
Šta nam je još potrebno? Kao prvo, jasna volja od strane nacionalnih vlasti.
The coordination body has achieved certain results.
Koordinaciono telo jeste postiglo određene rezultate.
But today we need to reinvigorate this process.
Ali danas moramo da oživimo ovaj proces.
Not only do we need a new head of the coordination body to be designated very quickly.
Nije samo potrebno da se naimenuje novi šef koordinacionog tela.
But we need the practical steps to be moving ahead.
Već su nam potrebni i praktični koraci na putu napred.
What does it mean?
Šta to znači?
It means, for instance, cultural rights, it means minority rights, it means media rights, it means education rights, which have to be fully exercised.
To znači i kulturološka prava, manjinska prava, medijska prava, prava za obrazovanje, za sve.
Textbooks have to be distributed in the schools.
U školama su potrebni udžbenici.
And this great initiative of yours to create this economic faculty here in Bujanovac has to continue and has to increase.
A što se tiče ove izvanredne inicijative s vaše strane da se osnuje ekonomski fakultet u Bujanovcu, na tome treba dalje da se radi.
And this is success stories. I think the first generation of students have been going through. You have a second generation that is coming now. We need, of course, to have appropriate premises for all of them.
Prva generacija studenta već završava fakultet, druga generacija dolazi i potrebna im je odgovarajuća zgrada.
So I'm very happy. I have discussed with Mr. Tindal, who is here with us today, a few months ago, and asked him to make all the efforts to make sure that we can identify the locations for a stable faculty to be existing here in Bujanovac.
Ja sam sa gospodinom Tindalom nedavno razgovarao o tome i insistirao da se uradi sve kako bi se pronašla odgovarajuća lokacija za novi fakultet u Bujanovcu.
I'm happy to understand that you have been discussing this issue here today.
I koliko shvatam, o tome ste i danas razgovarali ovde.
And I can assure you of our full support for your project and its realization.
I ja vas uveravam da imate našu punu podršku kada je ovaj projekat u pitanju i njegova realizacija.
When I said we need to do more, it means also we have to look at problems of our most vulnerable groups here in Bujanovac.
Kada sam rekao da moramo učiniti više, mislio sam na najranjivije grupe stanovništva ovde u Bujanovcu.
Over the last 10 years, we have been, with the effort of the Commissariat for Refugees and Internally Displaced Persons, we've managed to reduce the number of collective centers from 300 to 24 today.
U proteklih 10 godina, uz podršku Komesarijata za izbeglice i raseljena lica, smanjili smo broj kolektivnih centara sa 300 na 24.
But 24 is still too much.
Ali 24 je i dalje previše.
We need to reduce the numbers, and we need you, we need your support, we need your commitments and allocation of land to make this possible.
Potrebna vam je vaša pomoć i vaša podrška kako bismo ovaj posao obavili do kraja.
If you are making these decisions, we are also ready to do our part of the work.
Ako vi donesete odluke sa svoje strane, i mi ćemo sa naše uraditi ono što je na nama.
And we'll be ready to finance the construction of the building for housing these people who have been living in very difficult conditions for the last 12 years.
I spremni smo da finansiramo izgradnju objekata koji bi pružio utočište ovim ljudima koji protekle 12 godina žive u izuzetno lošim uslovima.
But we also have to look into the future.
Ali moramo pogledati i napred u budućnost.
We want to see that we can achieve other very important infrastructures for the citizens.
I u toj budućnosti valja iznaći još infrastrukturnih rešenja za građana.
And there, intermunicipal cooperation is fundamental.
A tu je od suštinskog značaja međuopštinska saradnja.
If we want to generate water supply, if we want to have a solid management of the waste, which is efficient, we need cooperation.
Potrebna nam je saradnja ukoliko želimo da rešimo pitanje snabdevanja vodom i problem čvrstog otpada.
I know that Bujanovac is very committed to that objective, and I can assure you once again that if you are moving that direction, we will be next to you supporting your efforts.
Ja znam da se u Bujanovcu radi u tom pravcu i uveravam vas da ako nastavite tako, i mi ćemo vas podržati.
So we have, as I said, the two conditions is the commitment on the level of the states. I'm happy to hear that the Minister Dacic has already given his support for the university's development, which is a good announcement.
Dva su tu naravno najvažnija uslova. Jedna je posvećenost države ovim zadacima i drago mi je što sam čuo da je ministar Dačić spreman da pruži podršku osnivanju univerziteta, što je odlična vest.
We need your commitment here to have a vision for the future of your city.
Naravno, sa vaše strane je neophodno da imate viziju za budućnost svoga grada.
But also to be able to deliver real support to citizens.
Ali i spremnost da pružite istinsku podršku građanima.
And I think the project that we're going to inaugurate today, this together that we had the technical assistance of the standing conference for its creation, this geographic information system, is a great step forward for all citizens here in Bujanovac.
I mislim da je projekat koji otvaramo i danas uz tehničku pomoć stalne konferencije gradova i opština vezan za GIS sistem od izuzetnog značaja i za region i za Bujanovac.
So we can see we have achieved a lot in the past, and thanks to all your efforts here, we are achieving, I think, a lot today, and thank you for all your decisions that you're making today.
Puno toga je postignuto u prošlosti, ja vam svima na tome zahvaljujem, puno toga se postiže i danas, te zahvaljujem svima koji su danas učestvovali u raspravi u Skupštini i doneli odluke koje su doneli.
And we have to continue on this path, we have to look into the future, we have to stimulate interethnic dialogue, we have to stimulate better understanding between citizens.
Nastavljamo tim putem, moramo da pospešimo međuetnički dijalog i komunikaciju između građana.
Because dialogue, cooperation, understanding are key conditions to achieve stability and to achieve predictability. This is what investors will want to see. If we want to have investors coming here to Bujanovac, to this region, we need to show that this region is moving ahead, is moving on its European future.
Dijalog i saradnje i razumijevanje su osnovni uslovi i za stabilnost i za predvidljivost. A predvidljivost je nešto što je neophodno ukoliko hoćemo da dođu strani investitori i da ulože i u grad i u region.
So let me thank you all very much for your commitments, for your efforts, for the decisions that you will be reaching today and the decision you will be making tomorrow.
Eto, dozvolite mi da vam svima još jedan put zahvalim i na vašem radu i na odlukama koje ćete donositi kako danas, tako i u budućnosti.
Hvala lijepo.